Hello friends! Today I wanted to share with you a demonstration of these new Arteza markers. Arteza sent me a couple of products as a gift and this was one of them, and I've had multiple requests for a review, so I wanted to share them with you here. They come with 48 markers and each of them have two tips, so they have a brush tip side and also a really fine tip side that feels pretty firm, but I will show you more later about creating thick and thin strokes from this side. As you can see with the basic strokes, you are able to create thick and thin strokes with this brush pen. If you've been around for a while, you may know that I tend to have a bit of a heavy hand, but after testing these pens a bit, I think that these are ones that I will try to be a little bit more gentle on. I think that with a heavy hand, it will be pretty easy to kind of crush these brush tips, and I'll show you a close-up of the tip after just using these for this alphabet lettering. Sometimes when I use a marker for lettering that has a tip that just doesn't hold up very well, it's like the end of the tip turns sideways, but with this one, it felt a little bit different. It almost felt like the middle part of the brush pen was giving out, but the base of it and the end of it were still okay. So I filmed a close-up so hopefully you can see what I mean when I am pushing down on this brush pen. It isn't terrible, but I just definitely think that using a bit lighter pressure would be a good idea. So I attempted to letter using a bit lighter pressure than is normal for me, and there's definitely less contrast between the thick and thin strokes. But in my opinion, it's really the best way to letter with this because if you do push super hard, I kind of feel like the brush tip is going to wear down in the middle. Next, I want to show you the smaller tip. I used this side to write the color names when I did the swatches, and I just used it quickly, and it felt like this was a pen that would just write with all one thickness pretty easily. But after I filmed this the first time, I went back and tried to add a little bit more pressure, and the second clip here with the green is the result. I love how this side came out, and because the tip is very firm, it's not difficult to control for me. You can see that I wore down the tip a bit from this practice, but I had good luck with simply rotating the pen to push it back the other way. These brush pens are pretty new to me, so I haven't used them for the long term, but as always, if you're interested in how things hold up to everyday use, you can follow me on Instagram, where I get a chance to show more little clips about this kind of thing. I usually share those videos in my Instagram stories, so if you are following me and you don't watch my stories, then you definitely should because that's where all of the good stuff is, at least in my opinion. But I will keep you updated with how these hold up over there. Overall, I think these are a really fun marker. I think that a lot of you guys are definitely going to like that smaller tip if you are able to kind of keep using that like a brush pen and if it holds up well. There's a lot of fun colors and these were really fun to test out. So I decided to swatch these out, and I love that this pack comes with so many pretty colors. I'll be honest, one of my favorite things about this pen is how it looks, and I know that's 100% not important for everybody, but as somebody who has to take video or photos of their art supplies often for this channel and for my Instagram, it's such an extra bonus when your brush pens are super pretty like these ones are. So these are definitely fun in that way. Looking at the colors as a whole, this pack does seem to be pretty heavy on the pinks and purple tones, which makes sense why I love them so much. But if you don't love those colors, that's just something to be aware of. These brush pens are not water resistant, but they are blendable, and as you will see in this clip, they blend beautifully. If you watched my Pen a Day Challenge reviews where I reviewed over 31 brush pens, you saw a ton of blending practice, and it kind of seemed like with most of them, the color ran off by the end of the word blend, but with this one, the color just keeps on going. It kind of reminded me of how the Artline Sticks blended as well. So if you haven't seen that video and you wanted to compare, I'll leave a link in the description box below for the Artline Sticks video. I know that it can seem like there are so many brush pen options out there, but after reviewing so many, I really see that you don't need a ton of super expensive products to practice hand lettering. But I just feel like I need to point it out so you guys don't think that I'm telling you that you need to buy every single product out there. There are so many different pen options, and that's great because we can pick something that's perfect for us. So for some people, you might like a little bit more firm of a brush tip, and some others you might like a little bit more bouncy, or some people might like certain colors, and some people might like totally opposite colors. So it's great that we have so many options, but I don't want you to think that you need to buy every single product that I ever share. My hope is that with these videos, you are able to see the characteristics of these different brush pens and that you're able to pick the ones that are perfect for you. If you are wondering where to start, I have a mini course where I teach the basics of hand lettering over the course of 7 days, and if you haven't joined, I will leave a link below. It's totally free. I've heard back from a lot of students that it's been so helpful for them and just what they were looking for, so I hope that helps you, and make sure to sign up for that if you have not already. As you can see with the color pickup method, you really don't need a fancy tool to pick up the color. I must not have had any clean acrylic or ceramic nearby when I was filming this, so I just took the inside of my tape dispenser and it worked just fine. Let me know if you've tried these Arteza markers and what you thought of them. I had a lot of fun testing them out. They are super pretty and I'm really excited to try that smaller tip a little bit more. So thank you so much to them for sending me these, and if there are any specific questions that I didn't cover in this video, leave them in the comments below or over on Instagram, and I will try to update in my Instagram stories later on this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.